Well, on the road. Got a mail truck in front of us, no license plate. I guess they don't need one. Going very, very slow. So I got Christmas in the back seat here. She's relaxing. I'm leaving the pesky kitten at the museum. Plenty of food, clean cat pans. I'm only planning on being on the road for like 24 hours, so the kitten will be fine. I left, it was already chasing something around the room, so it's already entertaining itself. Got to find a home for that kitten. It's cute, silly. I'll post some pictures later. All right. Kind of heading out in an unknown location. I'm just heading south because I always do. South is just easier. And then if I can, especially now the weather, that's, hey, you Squeaky. That's my Squeaky puppy. If nothing else, I can at least do some shopping down in Rocky Mount if that's bare minimum, if that's all I get accomplished. I'm still planning on getting on the road for a true road trip, but I can't until I get the kitten home. I can't have the cat by itself more than a day. Maybe 2 if I run to really push it. Not mind it getting into something, you know? That's the town employees used to work for me. They're out dropping off notifications to have people tell the town the water mains going to their buildings and homes what they are. If they're this old community, so some of the lines are still lead. A lot of them are galvanized. The more modern ones would be copper. A few are poly or plastic of some sort. My museum is actually a plastic line. My water main is all of like about 2 foot, maybe not even that. So my meter's like pressed up right against the building. The old house is still not much of a long run, and the water mains here are very shallow. Not like up north where they're 58 inches deep. Around here they're about a foot. And the frost line doesn't go down very far. Anyway, apparently they got some kind of funding of money to replace water mains or something. I don't know. Something's going on. But that's, another stir in town. I've been getting lots of messages and phone calls like, what's going on? When's your mayor or commissioner? It never seems to end. Cancun City, the old Littleton Food and Spirits. Today was their first day serving breakfast. The season's over for pretty much all of us. I'm still getting a little bit of traffic, so I'm taking a chance escaping for a day. But it's Tuesday, it's raining, I'm not expecting a heck of a lot. I didn't get a lot in yesterday, but I got nobody working, so I don't have much option. The dog needs a break from the cat. So, she literally, as I walked her last couple of days, and she's pretty good about traveling, but she's not overly anxious to get in the car. Now she keeps on walking me after she does her business right to the vehicle, like, let's go. And as soon as I walk her back into the museum, the kitten's like rubbing up against her. The cat just wants to be her friend, and the dog's like, I've had it. I'm old. I've had my puppies, I don't need a kitten. As you can see, it's raining pretty good. I'm trying not to give you too much wiper noise. This truck's noisy enough as it is. Trying to get more videos shot. Like I said, I'm kind of been trapped in the museum. It's kind of hard to keep on shooting the same things out of the museum. Been doing a lot of research on multiple things as far as travel, of course, locations. I want to get up into the mountains. I've been really desperate to get up there. If I'm going to do that, that's going to be at least, to make it worthwhile, got to be a 2-3 day trip. My ideal thing would be to get on the road for at least 5 days. I mean, I'd love to do a couple of weeks, but I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. Nobody to take care of things back in the museum. But if I could be on the road for like a Monday through Thursday even, that'd be great. Get some of the work like one day in there towards the weekend or something. And then I could hit a specific location, get into a haunted B&B, hotel, neighborhood, or even just do history. I'm back into the all around serial killing story with the Rex Harriman being arrested. They just had a press conference yesterday, which was Monday, and I was in touch with John Alverson from NBC. He's a guy I used to work with all the time, and basically they're releasing some more evidence on IDing people, things like that. which is good that they're moving forward. They're not just happy with 6 victims being ID'd and DNA, that they're going to go through. There's so many more out there, not to mention, just the ones in Long Island. There's ties with Rex to Maine, Vegas, and South Carolina, so Lord knows. We know he's tied to one that goes back to 93. Now, he hasn't had his day in court yet. He's in jail, no bail. He's pleading innocence, of course. But he's got multiple types of DNA coming back to 6. And there's a document they got off his computer, which he talks about, how to dispose of bodies. He mentions keeping them small, talking about the victims. He mentions Megan, and Megan Waterman's one of the ones that was tied to him. So, crazy. But I got to set up a podcast, which maybe I'll get a chance to do while I'm on the road. We'll see. And I got to make sure the podcast is something I can work off the cell phone like I'm doing now, where I can just, travel. Like where I live, Littleton in the middle of nowhere, and especially like the road I'm taking now, which is Route 4, heading down towards 95, kind of a back road. Service is terrible. It's very spotty. But, so that's one of the things, I'm looking for is, a place I go trying to get internet. Even some of the hotels you go to, you're in populated areas, and some of these hotels have just horrendous internet. I mean, sometimes I'm using my cell service better than the internet. So. But, that being said, at least I'm on the road, I'm traveling. It's a rainy day. We had this with the remnants of the storm coming through. It was pretty windy yesterday, and I think I'm pretty much driving into it as I'm going south, so we'll probably be getting more rain and stuff. But we'll get there. I have some basic equipment with me. I didn't go crazy, but I have enough stuff to do some filming and some basic things, paranormal equipment, things of that sort. I brought my chest rigs, my thermal cameras, binoculars, and wireless mics. I can do pretty much what I need to do. But just kind of getting out. I even brought some tarot cards. It's something I've always wanted to learn. I've got probably 15, 16 different types in the museum that we have up. So I brought a couple of different styles along. I'm going to see if I can start playing with those. Not that I'm looking to be a reader. It's like even when I got into the MetaZoo cards, getting into a TCG, I never learned to play, but at least I learned the concept of it and more the collectability and things. I'm always open for other things. Like I like to chase weather. I guess it's things off the bucket list. Like I said, trying to take advantage of the fact things are slower now. I don't have to be in the museum 7 days a week, although, I'm trying to cut back on more of the rest of the season. But I've still got a few more months where I'm going to get some people are still traveling a little bit. But that's the game. That's the game plan. It's been a crazy year and a half. Actually, more than that, what am I saying? It's been a crazy last 3 years, I guess. We have COVID and everything. The world's been turned upside down. I think things are finally starting to get back together. I mean, I'm not even going to go into politics and all the craziness there and assassination attempts and just, oh my God. I mean, so it's still crazy. But I don't miss being in the media. I miss parts of it. I miss being in the loop. I miss doing certain things. And when you're working for someone else, you have to do whatever they want you to do. And that was kind of me. I was lucky. I had a pretty good control of the wheelhouse when I was running the Long Island end. But towards the end, the new manager came in and they totally screwed that up. And that's why the paper's nothing compared to what it used to be. They destroyed it. Look at their website for the New York Daily News. It's a poor man's version of the Daily Mail, which is really what they wanted to do. They just don't really have the connections anymore. You have to be out there beating the bushes and doing contacts. I'm paying very much attention here. This is an area where a lot of the dogs get dumped, the hunting dogs and things. Not that I'm looking to rescue any more animals right now, but I just, God forbid, you don't want to hit one. They'll hear cars, especially like on a miserable day like this when they're starving and stuff. and they'll come out thinking it's their, because they get driven out in trucks with the cages on the back, and they'll think it's, oh, maybe my owner has come back for me, and they'll wander out, and I think they get hit, and I think there's actually people out there that intentionally hit them too. Just don't care. I've seen that with turtles and all kinds of stuff. So. It's all part of the crazy world we live in. The direction I'm heading now, I'm actually not that far from Medoc Mountain State Park. I'll probably actually be crossing right in front of it. If I'm still recording at that point, I'll be doing multiple videos. The campsite's still closed, will be for quite a while. So that affects things as far as just bigfooting there. It's hard to be there at night. And then on top of that, you've got, with all the construction, you're not going to see a heck of a lot. Slowed that part down too. But beyond that, we will be back in there as soon as they're done. And they're putting cabins in, and they're redoing the whole thing with electric and water hookups at all the sites. I'm assuming the price will go up a little bit, but it'll be nice to have electric at the sites if you need it. I'm hoping they put in some kind of cell service or internet or both. I don't know if they are, because both are, well, the internet just doesn't exist. Even the internet you get at the ranger station is really terrible. It's just, it's fine if you want to check a text or something. If you want to upload or download video or anything like that, even photos, it's not going to work very well unless they're super low quality. You can hear my windows leak. This is the Old Town police car. It's a Durango. It's a museum vehicle. And this thing's all lettered up, and I have all kinds of antennas and lights on it and all kinds of crazy shit. Sticks out. Before I left the museum, I had to do all the basic errand things you got to do. I apologize, I got something in my mouth. I ate Mexican food today. I went to the Mexican restaurant for breakfast, and I obviously got something coming out here. Disgusting. Take out garbage. You got to get to place, so you don't want to go back into a place where you get garbage rotting and stuff. So I got that all done. So while I was doing that, I said, let me just do a load of laundry, which is sitting in the back. This way, at least I'm all caught up. I'm leaving, it's like so you can get everything cleaned up, and of course the cat pan, and make sure there's footer. I have these big feeders, and they're all full and set up. It's nice just to get out. It's actually a little bit on the warm side today. I don't know what the temperature is. This vehicle's not that modern where it tells you that. So I'm going to wait till I get past Medoc, and then I'll probably shut down, and I'll be posting some other videos along this next day or two. This is Route 4 I'm on, and Route 4 actually turns, if you can see all the way down there, where that log truck just came out. And this would be the way to, if you want to go back up to Halifax, taking this route. Wait for this car to go by. Here we go. Now this is actually Medoc Mountain State Park. Actually not really right here. It's up a little far. This is actually some private property, but just behind this it is. But about 3 miles up is Brinkleyville. That's the next intersection I'm going to be turning, making it right at. But the entrance for the park is right up here. The road drives all the way through. So my sunglasses are rattling away here. I'll move those. Don't think I'll need those today. Nice and overcast. We've actually had sightings on this road, not myself personally. One woman actually claims someone threw a log at her vehicle. And the road behind is where Johnny had his sighting. That was the day before our last festival. So there's constant sightings here, and I've had multiple sightings in the park myself. My most recent one was that thermal image, and that was about 4 years ago. And here's the entrance right here from the park. So it's a hotbed. Now, like any place that gets popular for sightings, one of the issues is that it attracts other people, other Bigfooters, people that are just curious, and then you get people out there banging trees, hooping and hollering, and then of course the rangers aren't happy when people are leaving weird things out in the woods. I mean, baiting's one thing if you're going to leave an apple or something. People leave jars of peanut butter, and then the jar stays behind, even if animals go and eat the peanut butter. So there's concern on that end. But as far as just data, it's got to the point where Medoc, which is primarily my fault, being popular as a Bigfoot location now, it's hard if you get audio out there and it sounds like a knock, especially if you knock and something responds to you, or you hoop and holler and you get a hoop from the distance. I have to be really concerned if that's another person out there thinking, oh, it's a Bigfoot, let me respond. So I think that's why it's all more important now that thermal images are good, but anyway, my camera's claiming to be a little on the hot side here, so I'm going to take it down here. But that's another reason why I'm concerned about how much I can trust all those sort of things. There's something going on up here. Yeah, let me see what the hell this is. Maybe this road construction? Oh, it's a wide load. It's a wide load, that's what it is. I guess it's the wide load that broke down. All right, since it's getting hot in here, I got the windows closed. I'm going to end this video. I'll be doing a few more, hopefully, definitely at least one more today, and hopefully a couple more the next day or two. All right, I'll talk to you a little bit. Just want to let you guys know I'm doing my best to get out and get some videos made. Everyone be good. Everyone be good to each other. It's a crazy world out there.